Hamza claims that he has found zero women worthy of marriage, and I believe that his dating advice will leave you empty. How can he claim to be a self-improvement and dating expert who has helped many men level up, but at the same time, he hasn't even been able to find a good woman, which says a lot about him. This is what we are going to break down in this video. I found this ex-post of Hamza, which we're going to break down and just expose how there is flaws in his logic, and he really is not the expert he claims to be, and he's misleading a lot of young men with his advice. For those of you who don't know who this guy is, he's some Indian guy who grew up in the UK and got popular giving self-improvement advice to young teens. And a lot of young guys in the West have grown up listening to his advice, and in recent history he switched to dating advice despite having a string of failed relationships himself, and he indulges in hookup culture, so he's not really the role model. Yet, I wanted to show this. This is from an ex-post from the 6th of May 2025. I'm recording this video on the 6th of June, so this is his recent opinion. Let's read the post. He says that he has found zero women who are worthy of marriage. He says there's lots of women who are great and you can have an amazing time with them, but I won't get into a monogamous relationship with almost any of them, to be honest. You get the best experience when you're in a situationship with them instead of a proper relationship. That's when they want you badly. They F your brains out, you have amazing romantic experiences like a fairy tale, but with none at the cost of a committed relationship. You know you're a winner when your only problem in dating is that too many girls want to F you and it's a time management issue. When that happens, you won't even consider a relationship because you're getting the best experience already. Why would you give up the other 4 girls who love you just to be with one who isn't even marriage material? You'll think this yourself in a few years if you keep following my advice and get to this level. Yeah, okay. And if you meet a genuinely marriage material girl, then good for you, but 99% chance that you're delusional and she's not that great. But she's just manipulating you to believe she's marriage material when she's had hookups in the past. But he's also having hookups too. You see, it takes one to know one. What do I always tell you guys? It's only harder to find a good woman if you're not a good man. And what sort of man thinks there's no good women? There are no women that are marriage material. Men who are not marriage material themselves. What do you hear damaged, bad quality women say? There's no such thing as a good man. You can't find a good man who'd be a good husband. We know that's not true. There are good men, there are bad men. It's the same thing with these bitter red pill guys who they live in delusion, they live a degenerate lifestyle, and you get what you are, and then they complain they can't find any good woman worthy of marriage. Take a cold hard look in the mirror. And he has got hundreds of thousands and millions of young men who listen to his advice. This is disgusting. It's despicable. So before we get into that, if you would like to learn more about what I do, for those of you who are new here, check out my school community, Relearning Relationships. I'll see you in. So this is a post that I've drafted up to just break down my thoughts on his advice. So Hamza says he's helped young men level up. But what if the very advice he gives is the reason that a lot of guys are miserable, lonely, and jaded? How can he claim to be a relationship expert, dating expert? He can't even find a good woman. So in his own words, I found zero women worthy of marriage. You get the best experience when you're in a situationship instead of a proper relationship. Too many girls want to F you becomes a time management issue. This is degenerate. So, it's funny. So he's found zero women that are worth marrying, but yet he's enjoying the experience of using other women's bodies for his own pleasure without committing to them. So this confirms he's a degenerate and he's a hypocrite. He's not promoting standards, he's promoting hedonism. The situationships he glorifies is just sex without love. There's nothing masculine or high value about that. That's what like low self-esteem men and women do. This advice doesn't create strong men, it creates emotionally dumb, high body count players who can't bond or trust. And they never end up being husband material in the end. His post confirms to me that he has a knowledge gap. Underneath this post is fear. Fear of real intimacy, fear of being known. He doesn't know how to truly be open and vulnerable and lead a woman. He doesn't know what that means. Real men take responsibility. They build a legacy. They don't collect experiences. You don't need that. I had a client who very recently, this guy was a Christian virgin guy, never had a girl in his life. He went through my course. I taught him. I worked with him. He met the woman of his dreams. I helped him get the diamond, the engagement ring. He married her and they actually have a baby on the way now. You don't need to have hookups or to sleep around to achieve this. You just need the right wisdom to discern, to vet a woman and make sure she's right for you. So Hamza, from what I can see, he doesn't know how to vet or find a quality woman. Because there's no way as a man, if you know, at least I know, there are good women and bad women. You know how to avoid the bad women, and when you find a good quality woman, you vet her values, her character, you assess chemistry and compatibility, you make certain there are no red flags. This is what it's all about. So you're not worried about bad women, you just avoid them. And you tunnel vision on finding a good one. But Hamza, because he has this knowledge gap, he doesn't know how to vet. He doesn't know how to discern a woman's moral integrity because he lacks one himself. He's leading with lust. So he's getting women that are in that state. So the bottom line, if no women are worthy of marriage, maybe the issue isn't women. Maybe the issue is the kind of women you are attracting with this mindset, Hamza. A woman worthy of honor will never give herself to a man who dishonors himself daily. And this is what I'm seeing with this guy. You can be big on YouTube, you can give all this value, you can help as many young men, but when guys like this are degenerate, they fall. This guy, I do believe over the coming years, he will fall off unless he gets right with God. Because this is the end result. You have these weirdos. Self-improvement. Self-improvement is vanity. Do you think your granddad had to self-improve? What are you talking about? It just doesn't make any sense, does it? How insecure do you have to be that anytime you make progress in life, you have to tell yourself that you're leveling up or you're self-improving and pat yourself on the back? It's low self-esteem. A man does his duty, end of story. You do what's required of you in life. And this is the problem with this mindset. It gets these young guys online to isolate, to compete with each other. They have no love for each other. They're trying to step over each other. They want to have these sexual conquests and sleep around. For what? What do you have to show for it? The guy's literally alone. He pushes good women away. He can't even find a good woman. He doesn't know what he's doing when it comes to dating. And you've got all this influence and you don't use it righteously. So let's go through the comments and see what people have to say about him. Look inward. You attract the kinds of people that are similar to you. If you can't find a woman worthy of marriage, you're simply not a guy worthy of marriage. Bingo. What I've been saying the whole video. Next comment. I found 0 women who are worthy of marriage. It says more about you than it does about women. So the guy's a Muslim, plus as a Muslim, this is an abomination of a tweet. As a Christian, it's an abomination of a tweet too. You have massive influence, but your reckless use of it in a case like this needs to be sorted out, man. Money won't save you hereafter. Well said. If you're preaching self-improvement to men but shedding this defeatist, dreary, hedonistic pursuit of what it means to be a man, you've got a long way to go. Your ideals are misplaced. It's honorable to have a family unit you protect and grow with. Absolutely. And I'm telling you from experience, the woman I have in my life, I love her to bits. She has brought out the best in me. I have the most fun with her. I trust her more than anyone on this earth, and I love her more than anything. She treats me well, and we have a blast together. I think every man should experience that. She's made me a better man in many ways that I couldn't have done alone. That's the beauty of having a good woman by your side. Genesis 2:18 tells us in scripture, it's not good that a man should be alone. It really, really isn't. But yeah, I know Hamza did have a school community too. I did join it a while back and I was giving a lot of advice to the young guys in there. And then he banned me. He blocked me actually. He got jealous because I was helping too many people. Funny how that works. Let's go through a few more comments then. There is no difference between a guy who does this and a guy who dates men. I know guys and girls who've done this and it's done irreparable damage to their minds. Well said. The red pill already ruined men. Take the Christ pill. Agree. This is how you become a soulless, abandoned, despicable, miserable scum of the earth, a male equivalent of a cat lady. My high value man. It's all a cope. All this self-improvement is just insecurity for immature, insecure men. Another comment. See, and they're all roasting him, which is the funny part. Because it's true. Others here have rightly eviscerated you for this foolishness. One point in particular worth calling out. You know you're a winner when your only problem in dating is that too many girls want to F you, and it's a time management issue. When that happens, you won't even consider a relationship because you're getting the best experience already. Looks like you're mid-20s and raging with tea, and you have some long-held insecurities from childhood, which we're trying to cover up with body count, which you think will get you respect from other men, which is what you ultimately crave. So it's understandable that you would think this is peak experience of intimacy, but you couldn't be more wrong. And he's getting old. He's like, I think, 27, 28, which is my age. I'm 27. But I've already been with my girl since I was 24. Not an issue for me. But the older you are, the harder it is for you to find someone. And good women get snatched up when they're young. So when you have a high body count and you sleep around, a lot of women, good women don't want you. I'm telling you right now. You'd be lucky what you get. Best of luck to you to getting to the root cause of it all. Here's hoping you don't sigh up too many impressionable, similarly confused men along the way. Goodness me, your life sounds miserable. This is just sad to read. Brothers turn to Christ. You attract what you are, skill issue. Maybe because you are not worthy of marriage. Let me guess, you couldn't find marriage material in the whole capital of the world. Sad to see you become a degenerate you used to preach against. The reason you can't get a woman worthy of marriage is because their fathers and brothers are protecting them from degenerates like you who would preach the importance of female chastity while destroying the world with the women you sleep with. You're a hypocrite. You attract the women you deserve, bunny. They're just roasting him. There's nothing for me to say. You attract what you deserve. I'm just going to leave it at that because it's like he's already ruined himself. When you hear a woman say, I found 0 men worthy of marriage, you'd laugh at her because she's clearly the problem. The same with this guy. If you're a young man and you listen to Hamza Ahmed, I pray you turn from that. But if you are someone who is serious about good quality of relationship advice, you're in the right place. I've been doing this for a long time. I love helping men of all ages. Go to my website. You can download my book. It takes you directly to Amazon. If you'd like to learn more, you can join my school community. You can book a coaching call. I have group calls. I help a lot of men. It's what I do. And I actually help them get the results by getting good quality women. Because I myself have a great woman. Because I filled in my knowledge gap throughout my teenage years, throughout my early to mid 20s. And I've been passionately obsessed with dating, relationship, and marriage advice. Hence why I mastered it. And I help other men master it too. But if you want to be like Hamza and you think that you can't find a marriageable woman, by all means do what you want. But if you are serious about finding a woman that is marriageable and you want to prepare yourself for marriage and find the woman of your dreams, feel free to check out what I teach. And that is really all I have to say. It's pretty simple. It's really sad to see guys like this. They just blow up on the internet and it gets to their head. But because they don't have any love for God and they don't actually have any principles, they ruin themselves like this. You can't unbody count yourself. Somewhere down the line, this guy's going to try and find a wife. I don't know, maybe he might delete this tweet or not, or other posts he has, but this is on the internet. Enough people have screenshot and saved this. People know who he is. Do you think a woman wants to commit to a man when she sees him write some stupid stuff like this? Would you let your daughter marry a guy like this? I don't think so. Isn't that a shame? But well, here's another red pill self-improvement coach that I have debunked for all of you. Let me know your thoughts down below. Who else would you like me to do next? With that said, I'll see you all in the next one. I'll catch you guys in the school community. And yeah, enjoy.